You'd have to be nutty to do what doesn't matter. You'd have to be nutty not to adopt this crazy way of life. Because it's so easy and it's so fun. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the free Neville Goddard podcast. The next 9 minutes just might change your entire life if you're willing to entertain yourself with something that you probably haven't thought about like this before. Are you ready? 1,000 calories of donuts versus 1,000 calories of steak. 1,000 calories of donuts versus 1,000 calories of fresh ocean-caught fish. Something like salmon or barramundi. 1,000 calories of donuts versus food. I'm telling you, you eat 1,000 calories of donuts every day, it's going to get weird. Let's try another one on. Ready? 3 times a day. Donuts, cheesecake, muffins with icing on them, just for fun. Or 3 times a day. Real food. This is exactly how people approach manifesting, by the way. Something I've noticed. 1 meal a day of real food is plenty for me. Victoria and I were just talking the other day. I didn't know how people find the time to eat 3 shit meals a day. I don't. I just don't get, but I do get why they don't get anything done that matters, because they're too busy with 3 shit meals a day that don't satisfy them. And I still seem to digress, because vibrations don't matter. Neither does alignment. What matters is your desires are divine in origin. What matters is you accepting your desire in its fullness. What matters is you discovering that you are God, having the adventure of a lifetime, that you are 100% divine and 100% human. And you get to discover the dance that you have within those. Let's face it, it is absolutely nutty. I didn't have to align myself with the vibration of meat to eat meat. I didn't have to align myself with the vibration of healthy. By the way, what is healthy? Healthy is a concept, isn't it? Like a calorie. We've already dispelled that myth. Counting calories is nuts. And yet people will still do it because people have been doing it for a while. See, a calorie is a measurement of a unit of energy. If you burn a piece of food, it will give off so many calories of heat. Meanwhile, you're not a furnace, and what matters is not the calories. I'm a little nuts about learning things. In other words, I'm crazy. I love learning about how the actual human body works. And it doesn't seem like calories are what matters. What matters is the nature, the qualities, the quality of your food. And people will try to control their thinking. They will try to align their vibration. They will try to raise up their vibration so they're more spiritual. Some people will even assert that you will manifest better if you're eating high vibration food like broccoli. I have nothing against broccoli, but I'm going to call it defenseless. It can't run, it can't hide, it can't squeal. Unless you know how to listen to broccoli, you won't hear it scream. Years ago, and by the way, I love vegans, I love vegetarians. I was one for 2 years. It served me, and then it didn't. It was great for a detox, but I seem to be talking about food. And I used to teach these things called weed walks. And I would teach people about edible and medicinal plants, utilitarian plants, in groups, one-on-one. And one of the 7 sacred teachings of plant medicine, is what you need grows close to your hut. In other words, when the medicine man was walking up to someone's hut, he could tell what was wrong with them based on what was growing nearby, because what was growing nearby was there to serve them. All they had to do was learn how to take it, how to utilize it, and that it was good for them. And in what way to mix up the combo. Talk about how cool and how fun was that. I actually knew an old fellow right outside of his window were more violets than I believe were possible to grow on one small piece of land, and dandelions. Here his doctor had him on a blood thinner. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not a blood thinner. Here his doctor had him on a diuretic. Wow, what do you think dandelions do? Right? And he was having liver problems. Wow, what do you think violets do? I pointed out to him he hated both plants. Meanwhile, there's some more levels to that, but oh, listen to that bird. Yummy. So, here's what's crazy. You are God having the adventure of a lifetime. You tell people that and they will look at you like you're crazy. You listening to me, you might even think I'm crazy. But I'm going to tell you something. You've got a choice. You can be crazy or you can be nutty. What's nutty is I am waiting to the full moon to imagine what I want. Because the vibrations of the full moon are different than the vibrations of the new moon. I actually listened to a show one day where a lady was saying that there are a percentage of people, like 30% of the people on the planet, can only manifest during certain moon phases. Oh my God, I wanted to call in with a question, right? Because I imagined having a question, but there was no way to call in. So I didn't imagine getting an answer, did I? I did imagine having a good time with it all. And I didn't have to wait for the full's moon, did I? To do that, I'd have to be a fool. But again, I seem to digress. So what did Neville Goddard teach? The moment a desire is upon you, that's when you move into its assumption. You surrender to your total experience of it, of what implies it's already true, of you're already that person. You don't have to align a vibration. You don't have to raise your vibration. Vibration is calories. Vibration doesn't count. Meanwhile, what else doesn't count? Words. Words express something. Words reveal something. Unless you edit the shit out of them, then they reveal that you're in a state called editor and being careful. On the other hand, whenever you experience one of those wow, cool kind of moments that take your breath away. Wow. Those aha moments, those insights, the moments of magic. And again, I seem to digress. Okay, let's get to the point again, shall we? You can be nutty or you can be crazy. You can do nutty things all day long. They tend to feel good. Affirmations feel good. I once manifested up a guy giving me a book where he did all the research because I wasn't going to do the research again, and I really don't care. But people kept asking me, why do people love affirmations? And this guy sends me an email. He says, will you review my book? And I told him, sure. That's the long answer, or the short answer. So he sends me the book on Kindle. I give it a read. Instantly, I find affirmations light up the 2 areas of the brain. He gives the Latin names of those 2 areas of the brain. They're the feel-good centers of the brain. He goes, that's why affirmations work. They light up the feel-good centers of the brain. You know what else does? The Simpsons and donuts and birthday cake. Meat does too, for me. But meat doesn't manifest, and neither does birthday cake. Neither does The Simpsons. What manifests is what you accept as real. My name is Mr. 2020. You've been listening to the free Neville Goddard podcast. In one way or another, you manifested this up today. Maybe you imagined someone to argue with, and I'm your guy. Maybe you imagine getting a truth that sets you free. We're going to share something really special with you as soon as we come back. After you imagine something lovely right now, you don't need to script anything. You don't need to align anything. You don't need to wait for the full moon. Right now, you can imagine up something lovely as we go into the silence. All right, there are 3 sides to every coin, not 2. I know forever people have been saying there's 2 sides to every coin, but they're wrong. Are you ready? There's heads, there's tails, right? We've gone the top or the bottom, but there's also the edge of the coin. That's a side. I've never seen a coin without an edge. That's a side. Ready? Here's the edge, pearlpowerpack.com. Because Neville Goddard says you have to give up the belief in all powers outside of you. Like your subconscious is in control of you. Or it's the vibration that you have to align with. Or raise up, because you can't until you align and raise up. Or are they the same? Could it be different? Right? Maybe you're in the vibration of confusion right now. PearlPowerPack.com. We did 3 live calls. That's like about 5 hours of exploring what's never boring. In other words, you. There is swearing, there is caring, there is sharing. But there are so many ways that people sell the pearl, and then they have inconsistent results. And then they defend their inconsistent results because they love affirmations, vibrations, scripting, and all that stuff. I would love to explore with you buying the pearl. PearlPowerPack.com. Just go there and read the quote and read the story. And then decide, I really want to start nailing this. I really would rather be crazy, right? Again, people will think you're crazy because you are God having the adventure of a lifetime. You are how God has the adventure of a lifetime. I'd rather you adopt something crazy and explore something crazy seeming than do a lot of nutty things for the rest of your life. So, if today's episode aligned with your vibration, right? If it raised your vibration, if it gave you an idea to script about, anyway, skip all that bullshit, dive deeper, soar higher, pearlpower.com. See ya.